I can't be certain, but if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you feel like a fake among the genuine. You feel like a fraud among other people who are better than you, know more than you, and are more deserving of the same position that you all share. You feel like any minute now someone's going to come along, find you out and throw you out of the workplace. It was back in 2015 that I had such experiences for the first time. And it was back then that I started writing the secret diary to myself that actually saved my career. I know it sounds like an exaggeration. It sounds like I'm making this up. I have no script in front of me. This is the truth. If I didn't write a diary to myself back in 2015, if I didn't get out of my head onto paper all of these thoughts about thinking I didn't know enough, that others around me were better than me, and that I wasn't deserving of my new position, I would not be here now. I wouldn't be in this job. I might not even be in science, full stop. After writing a diary to myself for 2 years, for feeling utterly alone and feeling like an imposter in the workplace, it was the act of finally confiding in a friend and telling someone about this that diary became so much more. It was many years later, after turning that diary into a research project, hearing hundreds of other stories of those who had felt similarly to how I had felt, and eventually publishing that work in this book, You Are Not a Fraud, A Scientist's Guide to the Imposter Phenomenon, that I came to a part in the journey where I realised that these imposter experiences are not to be cured, not smashed, not crushed, not cured. They're there to be understood. They're there to be managed. And although it might not feel like it now, with the right thought, with the right attention, the right tools to manage that imposter experience that might be all-consuming in your head now, that experience can move from being what feels like an enemy now to an old friend that walks hand in hand with you as your career progresses. Please trust me when I say that feeling like an imposter is not something that you need to suffer alone. Feeling like an imposter is not hard evidence that you should not be here. Feeling like an imposter is not a syndrome. It's an eminently normal part of this human experience that we share. It can be managed. It can, believe it or not, be a force for good. I didn't know that back in 2015. You might not believe that now. But take it from someone who's absolutely had to manage these experiences to have any form of career at all. You can do it. You're starting your postgraduate studies now. You might not feel like you can do it, but you absolutely can. And above all else, if you have any inkling of these imposter experiences that I've described here, tell someone about it. Talk to someone. You are not alone. All the very best with your studies. You might feel that there's some form of luck that has brought you here, but you make the luck for yourself. All the very best, and enjoy.